So this is new day. Got the motor sitting in Rex now. Probably might be able to start it today. I know I said what I said and might have it running. However, there's a lot of things I got to take care of from the bottom, getting the exhaust taken care of, and today I'm going to install the short throw shifter here and new shift linkage to eliminate this weld here. So I want everything intact. So we wind up getting this. So let's get this. All right, I am not a man of my word here. If those people can realize that. But update on Rex. The motor's in, obviously. I got the short shifter in there. That's done today. I did that after getting the basics hooked up. There's no valve cover on here. I don't know if you can see the paint scheme here. I went with a black pearl paint scheme for the engine topical components. So the valve cover, timing cover, oil pan is all black pearl with a with several clear coats on there. So that's good. And I actually got a base coat on the valve cover. So I'm a little bland when it comes to showing personality on paint jobs, and simple and basic but practical is my nature here. So engine's in, the engine's in, everything bolted right up for the exception of a few things. I did have to go and redo the wiring. I don't know if you can see some of my wiring job, but I try to make it look as neat and factory as possible. I used the old resistor that came out the Civic with the OBD1. I did wire it into the factory harness, so everything's soldered and neatly done. Onwards here, seeing everything go down, so it's legit. I used the old fuel and rail retaining bracket here. So let's see if I go down here. I got that. I got a new wire loom on the protective cover on that also. So as far as wiring go, this is redone from here down on over, all the way up to the resistor box. Let's see here, moving over to the passenger side. The map sensor was the only thing that really didn't hook up, and I wasn't going to use the old standard map sensor, which was remote. It sat in a different location and pulled back and required vacuum from a nipple on the intake. And what I did was it was the same wiring. I just basically matched, soldered, and I insulated the wires. And let's see if I can get it going from. Show that. So that's going from here all the way over up towards the now new map sensor, which is the same part numbers. Let's see. So that was pretty easy. No big deal. Fuel system is hooked up. The fuel line is not tight at the moment. I'm waiting on the valve cover gasket. That's not the reason for this video at the moment. I had ordered a new one. The one that was on here didn't come with grommets. I want all that looking shiny and new. Other than that, let's see. The car actually came with the performance puck. So we're going to use a stock clutch, but it actually had a 6-puck puck disc in there, sprung disc. So which was a cool thing. Moving on. Of course, we got a new distributor from initial video. Nature of this video right now, the car is not going to be started today, only because like I said, I'm waiting on the valve cover to come in, and I don't feel like taking the valve cover, cleaning it off just to hit it. I know the car starts. I am going to check the fuel system at some point to make sure this fuel pump is working, because I don't even know if the fuel pump is actually working or not. So what I'm doing right now is the wiring today. Let me just add one more thing. The oxygen sensor is not hooked. There's no bong for the new header. I'm using the headers off the Civic, which had a larger diameter port, and it doesn't have a bong down there. So I'm going to put 2 bongs in the exhaust, one for our initial reading and the other one for future wideband, which I'm going to plug up. So at some point we're going to put a wideband, so we'll know the aperture ratio. All right, so the fan, the cooling. So we're going to get a new radiator and get all that stuff working. But now I need to find out why the cooling system is currently inoperative when on this current harness here. So I found the relay here. I found the fuse for the relay. Now, the thing is, it's a condenser relay. It's not a main fan relay. This is just my ignorance. I haven't looked up the wiring for the main fan. So I found the condenser fan. I really need to pull up the main wiring so I can find the actual main fan relay. But the thing is, I'm not sure if that was cut and just negated or whatever happened. I don't know where it is. So I'm just looking around for it. I come across here, but I don't even know what the other harness could be for a main fan. Let me take a better look. So I couldn't find anything, but looking at the diagram, the fan relay and condenser fan relay is supposed to be around the same area here. And here's the condenser fan relay. I don't see another relay here, so I don't see any other spliced wires that are pretty obvious. So either this only came with one fan. I don't understand it. I mean, I don't see how it would come with just. I don't understand how it would come with just one fan and no AC, unless the car just didn't come with air conditioning. You know, back in the 90s, I mean, it was a luxury to have AC and stuff. So around that time, it was starting to become more common. I guess this car didn't come with AC. So, but then again, that's a condenser fuse in there. So. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I look at the wiring diagram. I found the triggering wire, which is the ground wire. It's a very simple circuit, which is my light's about to die. It's going to be the green and yellow here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my flute here, my multimeter, plug into the green and yellow wire, and pull off the connectors to this harness. Let me see, because it's going up through here, going back to the PCM. Let's see here. So it loops back around to these 2 harnesses here. Look for the green and yellow and see if I can find a trail here. And once I find that, then I'll know I can go from there to the wiring loom, and assuming I can be in the right area, find out if there's any cut wires down in here. So I'm going to try to track down that wire and try to tap into, because I got a fan switch over there on the body of this thermostat housing. I took the wires here, so it's just a basic ground circuit. The grounds, once it reaches a certain temperature, it'll ground it'll bring these 2 together, which one end is grounded, and it'll ground the relay, which is always supplied by 12 volts, and it'll generate a magnetic field, bring the contacts together, and it'll activate the fan. Very simple. So let me see if I can get on the trail here and work our way down to find out if there's any wires cut, and see if we can be in the right area to get this fan hooked up. If not, I got another idea. So visually, I'm just going to look for obvious green and yellow wire. It seems to be. Let me get this plugged in. Which seems to be on here. So here's the green and yellow. So yeah, that's 2, yeah, oh yeah, 2 ohms, so we're good. So I found my switch. Now I'm gonna follow this harness on down through the loom here, and I'm just gonna have to cut open this end and find that yellow and green wire down here and see if there's anything that was cut, and that'll answer a lot of my questions. So I'll plug this back in. So there's another green and yellow right there. Tell you what, it's piercing. Oh, not good at all, I tell you. All right, let's try this again. Let's get on the same trail, make sure I got my... All right, so we got that. All right, let's see if I can get back on this trail here. So I still should have 2 ohms. Checking this green and yellow wire. It's 97 ohms. Let me bring this up here. I'm about to bring this down. It's quite high in resistance. I think we can see that. There we go. Unless I'm on the wrong wire. I'm gonna pull the... Might be another green and yellow down here, but I'm gonna pull that apart. So yeah, it's got 95 ohms. I'm gonna separate this and see if it displays anything. If it don't, then I know I'm on the right one, so it stopped. All right. So now what I'm gonna do, this resistance was fairly high there. I'm gonna go on the opposite side of the connector and do a same test and see what my resistance value turns out to be. Because it was 2 ohms. I got 3 ohms, 2 ohms now. And like I said, there's another green and here's another wire here. So I might have been on that one. There's another wire going through here, so it could have been I was on the wrong wire. So I want to make sure. I'm gonna test this one. Yep, that was the one I was on. I was on the wrong one. So we're gonna go back down, at least we know, and track down that correct wire. And it happens. All right. So there's another one right there. So let's see, it's a thicker one too. I don't know if that's gonna be the one. It looks very thick. It might be those. It's supposed to be the ground relay out. Yep, that's the one. So I found it. Here's the wire here we need to be on. So I need to track this joker down. I'm just hoping that alright, I'm gonna have to find out where this wire. I could probably put a little mark on here, like some tape or something. I mean, there's a possibility it goes to the back of the block. But I'm gonna have to pull that off. I'm gonna put a tape, some type of marker on here, so I'll know I can stay on this one. I just pulled the, just took off the alternator connector bring the connector. So what we're looking at here from on back is what's going to be in the back of the block. We got the idle air control valve. Oh shit, let me see. I don't think it was filming anything. All right, from here on over is the back of the block. You got the idle air control valve here. Oil pressure sender. And I'm assuming somewhere in here, we're gonna cut this open. Let's see if this dull blade will work. All right, we it. All right. Oh shit! What about this block? Green wire. This is dangerous. Cutting wires. There's a wire. Pull it up. There's yellow, green. Oh, look at that. Voila. Voila. There we go. Booyah. All right. I am the shit, right? Just that awkward moment of silence when this is a thankless job, I'll put it that way. Sigh of relief. So yeah, what does this mean? There's a temperature sensor in the back of the block there. Now they took, I wonder if, I don't know, this was tucked away really good. Really good. I don't know if this is, I don't know. You know, I'm starting to question this factory. Why would the factory bring those two wires together like that? I mean, I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, because how the hell the car work without any type of fan operation? Because that was nice and neatly tucked away. It was well insulated. I don't know. But so what's supposed to happen here with the fan temperature sensor, when that sensor there reaches particular temperature, it grounds this wire here. It connects these two wires together. So after a certain potential temperature, it just brings those two connectors together, and then we get fan activation. So it's a thermostat, but for fan operation. What am I going to do with this? I want to try to make this work with this wiring harness, and it doesn't go too far back, I think. So what I'm going to, let's see here. I don't know how far anybody can see that here. I need to pull this cable out. Alright. I'm gonna have to probably extend the wire so it'll be relaxed. But I don't know how far back my wires are initially. Because I cut these wires off from this wire. This was cut from the Civic harness. So I'm pretty sure it'll go back to a relaxed position. Yeah, it'll work out. So I'm just gonna use these wires here, but I want to make sure I'm on the right wire. So I'm gonna check resistance, because I still got my probe plugged in on the switch signal side of that relay thingamabob. So let's see here. All right, let's oh shit, all right. So I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, you should be able to see that now. I'm gonna hit that green wire. Oh yeah, 2 ohms. Oh yeah, we're good. Now I need to make sure that this black wire is grounded properly, because when this fan operates, it needs to be grounded out properly. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my pin, go on the ground side of the relay, and I'm just going to the shock tower, which is good. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this black wire here, which got 2 ohms. This is, let's see here. Yep, we're good. We're good. So I wanna hook those up, and I wanna get this harness neatened up so it'll look like nobody ever been through it like it was before. Oh, that was fun. So we can put this back, and we're gonna take the hell out of all this stuff. All right, let's get our soldering iron. My dikes are lost again. I swear I need to be a little more organized. I swear this light is about to die. See that. All right, strip some wire. Oh shit. Put my insulator on top. I think I'm using the right size. I literally been doing wiring all day, so I'm cool with that. Something different. So slide it on, so it's gonna fit. Let's get this soldered. Brush in the bowl. I'm gonna test this circuit before I. Well, I mean, I already got it. I already did the major stuff. I'm pretty confident it works. So it's gonna go all the way up with it. Let me put insulin. Let me see what I got, how small I got it. I'm shedding blood now over this car. Committed. This is devotion. Yeah. I said, no, I can do this. I'm not going to hurt myself. And wham! Yeah. Shedding blood, man. I had some used insulator laying around, so I just went and took that, and it was solid, so I had to cut it. And that's where we are right now. Oh shit. Go back over it. Usually would go somewhere up there like that. Alright. Just gonna put somewhere and relax. Let me get this set up so I can test my circuit. Alright, I got everything hooked up. I'm gonna check. I got a battery in there. I'm gonna check for two 12-volt two 12-volt sources and my ground. Make sure everything's hooked up properly. So let's check the ground first. Alright, so I should have. So I got 12. Okay, I think I went on the wrong ground. Yeah, I was on the wrong one. I should be back over here. Alright, so 12. So I got two 12 volts. My switching circuit's hooked up properly. Let me show you that again. Alright, so I'm on the ground for the relay. So I got two 12s, 12, 12, and this is going to be my switching circuit here. So that's coming from the fan here to ground out the relay. So I have my constant ground and constant 12s currently. So when I put the relay in here, I'm gonna use this current relay. The fan is hooked up. All right, the fan is hooked up. Let me show you that. Oh shit. The fan is currently hooked up here, and I got my temperature sensor just lingering right there. So I get set up. We are going to see, once I apply heat, fan circuit activate. Apply heat here. Let me see if I can get I don't know, I ain't gonna be able to get the fan in there with it. Alright, let's get it hot to about 180 degrees. Let me tell you what. Let's get to 180 degrees. I was gonna get my thermometer, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I mean, it'll kind of be. This thing should have ground it out by now. There you go. Cool. Oh shit. I cut off on him. Let me keep it on there, and when it activates, I'll turn the camera around. So it's off now. You can see the fan on the bottom right corner, so I think we'll be all right. There you go. Cool. Let's see what the temperature is. Oh my. Oh, I swear, I'm done working. Shit's not going right. All right, well, fan circuit's working. We found the relay circuit. I looked at the diagram, found the signal wire, and tracked it down to the fan control switch. And at some point in time, just going through the wire loom, wound up finding the signal wire to activate the fan switch tied together. So it looked neat. You know, I couldn't tell if anybody went through that harness before, but it happened. I don't know, for those subscribers who actually look at some of my work and is into some of the wire, I do get some wiring questions. I mean, you can see how simple it is. I mean, once you have access to be able to look at a wiring diagram, it's pretty simple to track the wire down, especially if it's accurate and you have an actual color code to go off of. So hopefully this will be some insight on diagnosing wiring issues. So they're not as bad or as intimidating as they may be perceived, because you have a cluster of wires here. Yes, it's scary, but just like with anything, it operates on a simple circuit. You find that simple circuit, and there's a multitude of ways of ensuring that you're right on track. And hopefully in further videos we'll get more into it. But we got this fan signal operating as normal. This car does have an OBD1 conversion. I didn't show the harness inside, but we do have a jumper harness. So I'll show that in the update videos, future videos. But I just wanted to update that, you know, the motor's in here. I know I said I was going to start it up. I'm patient. I'm going to wait till that valve cover comes in so I can go ahead and do it once and get it running. But tomorrow I'm going to check the fuel system, weld the bong for the exhaust so I can get the oxygen sensor hooked up when everything comes in. And yeah, it's a slow and steady progress. So this is a hell of a lot of progress. Let's take a look at the short shifter. So here we got the short shifter here. It's not as long of a travel as it was before. It's reverse. So I got new bushings and everything in there, so that's fine. There's the OBD1 jumper harness. There's some extra wires that came with it, but once you read the back of them, they go to the radio. What seems like, so the lighting. So I'm gonna when I try it out, I'll see what happens if I have to utilize these wires. So male in here. There's a female in on the side over here that could be utilized right there. So there's the female in that could be utilized, but everything seemed to have went to a radio. So other than that, I think we're good for the day. I don't think there's anything else I need to update. Like I said, I got quite a bit done today in about 6 hours, so that was quite a bit. And like I said, I'll keep everyone informed. And hey, if this car decides not to start, I mean, the motor locks up as soon as I start the car up. Clutch doesn't work. Transmission goes out. This shifter just happened to fall to the floor. You know, it's gonna hurt my feelings, but y'all wouldn't know because you're not subscribed. So if you're looking at this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Stay informed. Have that reinsurance of my work. And so on to the next one.